This is how I went from being broke to making over 7 figures at the Amazon FBA. And I was working 9 to 5. I was constantly worrying about bills. I was living paycheck to paycheck. And that was my reality back in 2019, 2020. 2020 was actually when I quit my 9 to 5 job. I discovered the world of Amazon FBA in 2019 and it completely changed my life. And fast forward today, I've done over 7 figures in revenue. I've been featured in, MSN, Digital Journal, Yahoo, Microsoft Bing, and all these different places. And most importantly, I've helped over 400 people go from working a 9 to 5 to making $10,000 a month or more with Amazon FBA. And I'm making this video today to share my full journey, just kind of be like raw and down to earth kind of video where every step, every mistake, every breakthrough that took me from being broke to making over $60,000 per month with Amazon FBA. So let's dive in. Let's start with my childhood. Okay, so my financial situation growing up, we're a middle class. My ethnicity is Armenian and my family is Armenian, and my whole family actually came from Iran. They came from Tehran specifically in the early 90s because there was a revolution. So they're basically immigrants from another country, right? And my parents got married, had me and my brother, and they were always working a job, or like basically middle class. I feel like middle class, there's definitely a spectrum, like on the lower end, and the middle end, and the higher end. I would say we're more so on like maybe the low to middle end. Maybe they were struggling and they were good at hiding it, and I was a kid and I didn't really know, but we're pretty much middle class. And as far as like an early sign of entrepreneurship, I just remember being in middle school. I was in 7th grade and I was reading a book about Cliff Burton, which is a guy from Metallica, the bassist. Anyways, I'm sitting there reading the book, just like something hits me. It was like, I want to be a business person, because what I was doing was I really love cars. I was seeing people driving nice cars, sports cars. I liked sports cars and I was wanting to find out what they do. So I find out they're an entrepreneur, they're a business person. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be a business person. As far as my performance in school, it was sport. I got like C's and D's and I hated school. I got in trouble a lot. I was always getting in trouble with the schools, having problems with the staff and the management and the teachers and the kids and getting in fights and all these things. I would say the most impactful moment from that time was I realized that I didn't belong, because I actually dropped out 2 years into college and went straight into entrepreneurship. I got a full-time job, started doing Shopify, tried Etsy, Walmart, eBay, everything. You'll still read the articles. But, as far as my life before Amazon FBA, I was working at McDonald's. I worked at another restaurant. I worked at Ashley Furniture, where I fell asleep on the couch and got fired. Actually, I worked at a bunch of different car dealerships and I worked selling solar, knocking door to door. I was basically jumping from job to job, like a professional job jumper at the end of the day. And I did have financial stress because I didn't have enough money to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to have, a luxury lifestyle and just live good. And I had limitations. And I realized that something needed to change. And I was starting completely from scratch. And I was like, I need to just start. I don't care about where I am now. I just need to start. So I actually ended up looking for a mentor. I actually got scammed twice. And by scammed, I mean the real way of getting scammed, which is you pay someone and then they ghost you and they don't help you and they block you and you never get anything from them at all, right? Not the scam where it's like, oh, someone delivered on a good, but I did no work and got no results. Not that kind of scam. But anyways, first guy, I never even talked to him on the phone. It was through WhatsApp or something, and they had a fake profile, and I ended up paying them like $200, $300 to help me with Shopify. They ended up changing their profile and it was just a scam. Second guy, we were on FaceTime. He's like, pay me, $2,000 and I'll help you with Shopify. Give him the $2,000 and then, I get ghosted and blocked. The third time, I came across some legit mentors who helped me with eBay, Shopify, and Amazon. And this changed my life completely because I actually had my first real business where I was making transactions, I was making profits, and this was huge for me. I was manifesting, everything even to this day and everything for my future. That was really, really big for me. So I did have some skepticism. I mean, not really. Like when it comes to skepticism, I wasn't really that skeptical because I was just so excited and wanting to do business, where I was just thinking action, 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 action. I need to take action. And a lot of times that's what holds people back, is that they don't think about just taking action. They overthink everything and think, oh, I need to be perfect. I need to know this before I start, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. You just need to get started. And as far as why I chose wholesale over the other models, I mean, I tried arbitrage. I tried private label. I had counterfeit products. I was getting my account account suspended. And my students that did private label and arbitrage before they worked with me, the exact same thing happened to them. So wholesale is a lot better because you're working with US suppliers where they have products that people actually like. The shipping is not super expensive. You're not talking to suppliers at 1 a.m, and it's on listings that are already there. Basically, you don't need to go and create a new listing. You're not buying stuff from China and creating this new brand and putting your face on camera and running a bunch of ads and marketing, trying to build this new brand that no one knows about. We're selling existing name brand products. And my first steps into research and learning was just, going and finding suppliers, using my computer, researching, making accounts with them, getting access to their inventory, doing the product research. And I started with like $1,000 to $2,000. And I had some mistakes and lessons where I failed with bid trail arbitrage. I did my shipment incorrectly. I bought the wrong product. I misunderstood Amazon policies. And my breakthrough was when I started doing white label wholesale. I learned how to find a winning product, make sure it actually sells well, it's profitable, it doesn't have a ton of competition. And I scaled to my first 10K a month, and that was huge for me. I always knew in the back of my mind like it was real and it was doable. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm making some progress, right? So the key strategy that worked was doing the wholesaling with the name brand products, focusing on building supplier relationships and focusing on how to get winning products. And then whenever you guys start off as an Amazon seller, you have a limit of how much inventory you can send into Amazon. And then over time, you're able to just increase it gradually as you sell. So that was a big part of scaling to that 60K a month. I was literally able to send in more inventory, and I had, better supplier relationships, and my skills just got better and better, right? Because whenever you learn a skill and you get used to something, things click and you learn how to advance to that next level. So I got featured into media. As I mentioned, I hit big revenue marks. And then I had a lot of people reaching out to me asking for mentorship. I was documenting my journey and people really liked it. And people were reaching out asking me to mentor them. And that was the birth of my mentorship. And I also saw that there was a lot of mentors out there teaching people the wrong way, such as private label from AliExpress or Alibaba in China, or doing arbitrage, which, violates the policies and is not sustainable. And then back to the private label, you get the counterfeit products, and it's just not a good ways to teach people. So I started helping people. I had amazing student successes. And as far as why most people fail at Amazon FBA is they do private label where they have the counterfeit products and they have to run all these ads and they burn through all their money with marketing on products that just get a high refund rate, or they do arbitrage where it lasts until Amazon catches you, right? That's literally the business you run with arbitrage. I'm going to do it until Amazon comes and shuts down my account. That's not the right type of business to run. So what makes our approach different is that we focus on white label selling, where we sell name brand products, and everyone has all these different definitions of what's white label, what's private label, what's a wholesale, what's this, what's that. The reality at the end of the day is whether you're doing private label or you're doing white label, you're doing wholesaling. You're buying products at a wholesale price and reselling at a retail price for the profit, right? So private label is when you do your own brand, like we take a water bottle, you put your name on it and you sell the water bottles with your name on it. White label is you sell name brand products. So you take a water bottle that's already branded and well known and sell that. So that's my story from working at 9 to 5 to building a 7-figure Amazon FBA business. I literally was working at McDonald's. And here's the thing, I'm not special. I just found a system that works. I perfected it, and now I'm sharing it with others who want to escape the 9 to 5 grind. And I have a will to win. So as I mentioned, I've helped 400 people do exactly that, go from working regular jobs, construction, whatever they do, to making 10,000 or more per month with Amazon FBA. So now you have two choices. You can keep working at 9 to 5 that you have, trading your time for money, missing out on life's best moments, or you can take that first step towards building your own Amazon FBA business the right way. So if you're ready to learn exactly how we help people hit 10K a month in just 60 days with Amazon FBA wholesale, then click the first link in the description to book a call with me, and I will analyze your entire situation. I'll give you a game plan that you can follow to start your Amazon FBA business, scale it to 10K a month and beyond. So again, click the link now, book your free call, and I'll talk to you soon.